So I have a bunch of boxes here that came in. I was unpacking them and thought, y'all probably might want to see this. So we got some audio gear here, microphones, cables, mixers, tripods, the works, for a special project. And I thought I'd just walk you through it. So on occasion, I do audio and video work for someone that I know. And it's just simple music videos, nothing too fancy. They just write their own music and want it recorded, and so they can post it. But we always have trouble, kind of matching up schedules, finding a time that works for both of us, kind of within the realm of when they're wanting to get it out. So they asked if we could set up a system that wasn't too complicated, that wouldn't require a lot of extra work on their side. Because I would plug it into interfaces, you'd go into a computer, and then mix it all later. They wanted to do it all at one time on their phone, just plug in one cable and go from there. So we came up with this little setup. I don't have it all here on the table. Some of it's kind of large, but this is what we've got. You're familiar with these tiny mixers probably. And this one goes out by USB, which typically goes into a computer that has your audio interface software or a DAW or something like that running, so you can record to it. But they asked me an interesting question on if it can be done by USB-C. And I tested it, and it works. So we were able to go from this soundboard into their phone for the audio processing. They don't even have to use another system. They can just plug it in and go. And then it will record the video angle that they want with the audio that's been moderately processed. So we've got the mixer, we've got a guitar cable, microphone cables, microphones, stands, some extra cable. We've got that little stand now fastened to the microphone stand, and our little mixer will just fit in right there. There's one power cable on the back, everything else goes through the top. This is the Audio-Technica 2035 XLR microphone. We got it used for, I think, $85, and it's in pristine condition. It didn't come with a split screen, but I'm not too concerned. This is a really nice module. So we're just going to stick that on there. All right, so we're going to mount this on there, and you might feel inclined to take this and just twist the microphone on here a bunch of times, which, I mean, you can do, it does work, but you can also just loosen this a little bit more. And you can just twist the rod itself until, it fits. Okay, and I'm just going to tighten this here. And then we'll run our XLR cable. The three-ended section will go in here. Run this cable along the back. Run the cable around here. It does have a couple of these wire clips that are a little tight to get on there, but we're just going to clip it in here. And then plug this end with the prongs into channel number 1. I do have this instrument cable that I could put in right now, and it would go here into channel 2. Or if I wanted to do a mono signal, I could do 3, 4, 5, or 6. However, I don't need that quite at the moment because I don't have the instrument here, but it would go right in here, just right in the middle like that. Then for the power cable, we just plug this barrel connector here into the back, and then the other end into the wall. Last thing we need for this is the USB cable, so we're going to take our USB type B and plug it in right here. And then we'll take the other end, which is USB-C, and plug it into our phone. Here we have our stand-in phone, and we just take the USB-C connector and just plug it right in. And then it shows up as an audio device when you're recording. And this is what that simple setup would look like, except with the addition of lights. Okay, so let me get this microphone adjusted just a little bit. So this is now going straight through the sound mixer, not going through the camera microphone at all. So that's kind of the benefit of this system. It's not going to any other computer now. It's going straight into the phone kind of as raw audio. But the cool thing that this gives us is we have full gain control. We can make it much louder, a lot lower. We have volume control, which is similar to gain, but different. I'll do a different video on that. We have a pan to right, a pan to left. We have a simple equalizer here where we can go on the lows, where we can go on the mids, or we can go on the highs, and then they'll also go down as well. But the other reason that I picked this board is because it has some built-in effects. And looks like we got crickets outside. Okay, but we have built-in effects. So we have some reverb, which can go straight through to the phone. Now it is programmable reverb. We have both a volume for it, and we also have the intensity of it. So if I was to get it kind of midway up, we can do a low reverb, or we can scale it up to something much, much higher, or even more. So this is a lot of reverb. Most people won't use this, but you have the option. And then we also have something called chorus, which is much more mild. Let's see if we can just do chorus by itself. I don't know how well it works just by itself, but it is there. Not super strong, but it's there. We also have a delay, which we can turn it up to make it a much longer delay, or something much shorter. And if we make it kind of low and pair it with some reverb, then you kind of get this drawn out kind of sound, which may work, may not work, but you can also set the tempo for how fast your reverb is going. So if you want, or not your reverb, you can set it for how fast you want the delay to go. So if you want it to be really slow, you can do that. But yeah, this is just a tiny little mixer that goes straight into your phone, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to pass this through another computer. You don't have to go anywhere else but into this little soundboard and then into your phone. And then I'm going to play just a little bit of music to see how this can enhance what you've got going on, because your phone is great, but it's not awesome. It's adequate. This, I wouldn't say is a professional setup, but it's a semi-professional setup. So we're going to do a couple of different tests just so you can see how it sounds. Okay, so first we're going to hear the sound of an Irish Lodi whistle through the camera microphone. And now we are going to hear this through the Audio Technica microphone and the soundboard with no effects. And now we're going to hear it through the soundboard with a mid-range reverb. Maybe that's a little strong. We're going to go right there for the reverb. And that's all you need to do. So these soundboards just have a lot of potential to help and remove some of that extra work if you really don't want to have to do editing or bring in extra equipment later on. Just don't. Take one of these, see if they have a USB output, test it on your phone, and just go from there. You can edit from within TikTok, YouTube, or your own phone's, preferred video editor. Just don't do the extra hassle if you don't need to. If you just need to get content out, keep it clear and cut and dry, and just get one of these. They work great.